Hello everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome. In today's video, we are checking out the Destruction Warlock. As you guys might know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, when it came to patch... Where are we tanking these exactly? I'm not sure where we're tanking them, and I need them to be stacked up. Wow, we're pulling just everything. Okay, cool. I'm gonna wait here. Oh my god, we're literally pulling everything. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start blasting some AoE. Here we go. I probably should have done Summon Infernal, actually, because there's so much happening here. Holy hell. Holy crap, boys. Oh my god. Okay. I just want to talk about the spec. Oh, I just want to talk about the spec. Let's get this guy. Okay, cool. Destruction Warlock. Okay. This is going to be a stressful run. I had mixed feelings, very mixed feelings about this in the beta. On the beta, it was my least favorite Warlock spec. I said that I really enjoyed the fire destruction type playstyle, but I was not a big fan of the sort of traditional, you know, standing there casting. Wait, why can I not channel Demon Fire? Oh, I missed. Oh, did I cast my thing on? Did I cast Cataclysm on the roof? I think I might have. I was not a fan of the traditional, like, firing off Chaos Bolts playstyle. That was my feeling back then. How have things changed? But to be honest with you, I've been enjoying it. I've done a few dungeon runs so far, because I keep getting these, like, groups that are pulling stuff really fast, and it's really hard to commentate. So, yeah, I've had a few dungeon runs so far, and I actually have to say I've quite been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it more than I did on the beta. So there you are. Let's talk about why. First of all, let's talk about 9.1 and what is coming up, because things are going to get better in 9.1, which I'm sure you'll be very, very glad to hear. Things are going to get better in 9.1 for Destruction Warlock. They are getting a small buff, but a substantial buff of an extra chunk of damage, 10%, on their Chaos Bolts, which is really nice, especially that's going to up their single target damage, which has been a weakness. And it's also going to throw in a stun, and it's also going to really up their cleave damage by cleaving those bolts with Havoc. So a great change there, really, really welcome change for the Destruction Warlocks. There's also going to be a big buff to Dark Pact, just for all Warlock specs, which is really going to emphasize just their insane tankiness and survivability. So that's cool too. But yeah, I think the buff is definitely warranted. In terms of 9.0, Destruction Warlock has been fairly overshadowed by Affliction, predominantly. It has not been a spec which has seen much play. Certainly nothing compared to how much it was played in the past. So yeah, it's a nice change in that sense. I have no way to stop that, so sorry. Sorry, friend. Oh, I think I'm actually casting Chaos Bolt at the thing I had Havoc. You hate to see it, but there you are. So yeah, good news for them in 9.1. And in terms of 9.1, certainly with the nerfs, to Affliction, or sort of the rework to Affliction, because they just got some buffs, it's really going to change up their playstyle. I'm actually going to have to do my sort of Affliction preview on the actual beta, on the PTR, to actually cover it properly. But with those changes, it does open up Destruction to maybe standing out a little bit as sort of the two-target, more cleave-oriented Warlock spec, alongside Demonology, which thrives in single target, and alongside Affliction, which is sort of has very good multi-target. I'm actually not sure where Affliction stands as of the last patch, which happened just a couple of days ago, and how that has altered their play, but there you are. Let's talk about a couple of the combos that we're seeing here. I have my notes marked up, by the way, because I have found it challenging to keep a structure to these videos, and I want to have it at least somewhat focused, so you have some idea what I'm going to talk about. In terms of that, here's one combo, Cataclysm, big AoE, into Channel Demon Fire. These are two talents. We'll mark him with this. I'm going to throw in this. We're sort of capped on shards, so we need to start spending. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Look at that Chaos Bolt cleave with Havoc. Very tasty. These are two talents, right? So Cataclysm's a 30-second cooldown. They don't quite line up. But this does a big chunk of AoE damage, and it applies Immolate, which is our one and only dot, to everything that it hits. And then Channel Demon Fire, it's a shorter cooldown, channel for a couple of seconds, and we're going to just fire demon fire at all of those targets that have immolate on them. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty slick little combo. Summon in our Infernal. We'll drop down this. And here we definitely want to get our Havocs out. I haven't done that already, so let's get them going. Move out of this on the ground. We'll channel our demon fire here. Okay. Sinlight Visions on me. Oh, I'm feared. Wait, what am I supposed to do about that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Thank God for this wall. I almost pull that pack. Very almost pull that pack. My bad, boys. But yeah, that's one big combo, which is very strong for AoE. Really strong for AoE. And that's more so your dungeon playstyle. In raids, you'd be using Dark Soul Instability, which is just you get a whole bunch of crit chance, and you'd stack that with your Summon Infernal. So yeah, this is sort of our combo here. We come in, drop our Covenant ability, get our conflict rate rolling, and then drop our thing and channel. It's quite fun. It is quite fun. We've got Rain of Fire for our AoE spender, which does have the issue that it is a ground targeted effect, so stuff can simply, move out of it, which is bad. And then we've got Chaos Bolt as our single target spender or cleave spender with Havoc. Another interesting combo, which is interesting in the sense that it should really up the fun of the spec, and I don't even have access to it yet, is Willifred's, right? If I go back to my powers, it's one of their legendary effects. I'm not going to focus on this pull here. Where is it? Sorry, Wilfred's. I spelled it wrong. Of course I did. Every soul shard you spend, oh god, nope, reduces the cooldown of Summon Infernal by 1.5 seconds. Cool. Okay, very cool. So I can essentially get way more Summon Infernals out. It's a significant amount of cooldown reduction. That's one of the problems. The Summon Infernal's a 3-minute CD. Without it, but that legendary will really up the amount of Summon Infernals you have, certainly in Mythic Plus. So you just be spamming those CDs way more than you otherwise would, and sort of just ups the fun, really. I kicked the wrong one with tab targeting. Feels bad. Feels bad. Will I save Summon Channel Demon Fire for these ads? I think I will. We'll stack Cataclysm with the Demon Fire here, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to lay down a Rain of Fire. I'm going to lay down my Cataclysm. I'm going to channel Demon Fire. Now everything sort of died really fast because this is just, a leveling dungeon. We've got a Ret Paladin and a Prot Paladin blasting, so we're not really getting to show off our damage too much, but that's okay. That's fine. So yeah, that's one big thing. You're going to get those Infernals out, and that goes super well with the Reign of Chaos talent here, where whenever you spend a Soul Shard, you've got a chance to summon an additional Infernal, so just really upping the impact of that cooldown window, and making Infernal just feel like it's absolutely clapping, which it does. It's really powerful cooldown in both single target and AoE. As you see from the notes, I think that is sort of the defining thing then for the Destruction Warlock. It's like, yeah, okay, we've got a fun enough core gameplay loop, especially with talents, with Cataclysm, with Channel Demon Fire. That stuff is fun, no doubt about it. Here we go, we'll fire it off again. So we'll drop our things in. I think we missed some of them. No, we got them all. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, and we're just gonna start channeling into this. We'll get our we'll actually start cleaving with Chaos Bolts here. We'll be a good team member, and we'll focus on more priority damage rather than just AoE with Rain of Fires. So this is a good fun core gameplay loop, but it's their cooldowns that I think really define them. Yeah, with Havoc and with Summon Infernal. Havoc is, I would say, the more controversial one. It's the more controversial one, for sure. Havoc is where you cleave between two targets. And I think the deal with this for me is that this is where a lot of your strength is coming from, is Havoc. 30-second CD, mark a target with Havoc for 12 seconds, and all of your single target spells will also strike that person for 60% normal damage. So this means that Destruction in 2-target cleave is extremely strong. Every 30 seconds, you can just do this massive 2-target burst damage. And that's what sort of sets you apart. I'm just going to drop in a Rain of Fire just to spend my shards. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but that's what I've done. And then we'll just start channeling some stuff. I don't have big CDs here, so I'm not expecting us to do too much damage, unfortunately. That's okay. Ghastly Parishioners coming in. Now here's where we're going to see one of the weaknesses, by the way, which is movement. Really bad movement. I say that, and there we go. Now we've been targeted. So I can do Cataclysm. I can do, sorry, a Conflict Rate while moving, but that's kind of it. We're very lacking when it comes to that, to casting while moving. But yeah, it's like, do you enjoy Havoc? Do you enjoy Havoc? I find it's a little bit clunky to target stuff with Havoc, so that can be a downside. It also means that if you're in a pure single target fight, look, Havoc's not helping you at all. It's part of the power of your spec, a big part of the power of your spec, does not help you in a single target fight. So that is something to be aware of as well. That's something to be aware of as well. So yeah, there's a few things sort of going on there, right? But where the spec really does shine then is in that AoE. And if you consider as well that Summon Infernal absolutely claps in AoE, it does a huge amount of AoE damage. It really, really does. So that also, you know, it's just one of your big strengths. When it comes to AoE, you bring that Havoc for 2 target priority damage. You bring Infernal for crazy AoE burst and just crazy burst damage. It's one of their biggest strengths. It's super fun. And then the biggest weakness, like I said, is that real lack of casting while moving. Is just, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. Is this gonna hit me and interrupt me? Yes, it is. I started channeling before I saw it. I knew it was a mistake as I did it, and we paid the price. Again, unfortunately for this boss, with just the speed of these leveling dungeons, we're just not going to get stuff back on time, unfortunately. We're not gonna get stuff back on time. I'll stand in between here. I'll help out a bit. Yeah. Infernal's just not going to be back. Does not want to cooperate today, I'm afraid to say. Oh, well. I do need to move it out of the way of this statue. Thank you very much. There we go. Got a channel Demon Fire coming back in a second. But yeah, guys, here we go. We're coming to the end of the dungeon. It's been a fast one again. I have enjoyed Destruction more than I thought I would. And this, for me, has been one of the big questions of playing Warlock. It's been one of the big questions of going, okay, well, Affliction seems to be nerfed, but maybe not so much anymore. We'll see. But I was going, wow, I love Demonology. It's super fun, and I'd be very happy to play that in single target. For AoE, for those like 2-target cleave fights, though, realistically, in the raid, Destruction is likely to be very good. Do I actually enjoy Destruction? And to my surprise, I actually do. I don't think it's quite as fun in these dungeon runs as Demonology was. Demonology was just a bit faster paced. I don't know. I just find it a little bit more fun. But Destruction is really, really good. And I do wonder, with the cooldown reduction, maybe it could compete more. You know, if I had a Summon Infernal every 2 minutes and I could actually use it more than like twice or something, 2 or 3 times in a dungeon run, I might enjoy that a lot more. We'll see. But yeah, honestly, Destruction Warlock, guys, I know it has a bit of a bad rep, maybe just from my point of view. I've just put a bias against it. But it's actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty fun. Yeah, I've been quietly impressed here. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably do another look at Warlock because they are getting changes coming into 9.1. And we'll see how it goes then. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.